Hey, everybody, welcome back to the Funniest People You've Never Heard of. Oh, he's right behind me, isn't he? Todd, our producer, is here on camera. Todd, you're too handsome, Todd.
It's the camera angle.
It is the camera angle. And today, on camera, you're about to see our interview with Emily Browning. Get the name right. Remember the name, Emily Browning.
Emily was probably one of my favorite guests so far. She really brought energy and was really fun. She was 3 minutes late. And she didn't have a voice, but other than that, really liked the energy she brought. And you guys need to watch this full episode to know that I'm just playfully making fun of her.
And she is absolutely incredible. On stage, she performs in rainforest cafes, basically anywhere. She's got a big show coming up December 3rd. And she is, I would say she is an expert in the form of clowning. And we get into that, what that means, and the explanation of that. But Todd, what's your experience with clowns?
One of my friends had a neighbor who was Ronald McDonald. And I remember as a kid thinking, oh, that's really cool.
Official job, Ronald McDonald?
Yeah, he was one of the many Ronald McDonalds, I guess, in the SoCal area. So,
wow.
And we, like as a kid, I was like, oh, I always wanted to see Ronald.
I had, my birthday is December 20th, send gifts. And I one time had my birthday on December 20th, 5 days before Christmas, at a McDonald's. Nobody showed up. Like 2 kids from my elementary school showed up because it's so close to Christmas. They were out of town. And Ronald McDonald was there.
Oh, nice.
He like in this like little Florida town.
So you spent your birthday alone with Ronald McDonald in the ball pit?
Yeah, I don't know if I've maybe buried that memory, but... Oh, yeah. It's all coming back to me now.
Well, we're all just clowns wearing makeup in our own way.
There you go. Yeah, and I'll tell you what, there's plenty of ways to be a clown, to act like a clown, but there's only one way to get drunk, and that's with Tequila Especial. This is our sponsor. Some of the best tequila you can get in the whole world. Todd, where can you get more bottles of Tequila Especial?
This is my happy meal. You can get this at www.tequilaespecial.com.
Emily Browning, remember the name, great performer, great comedian, great laughs coming out of this episode. Funniest people you've never heard of. Now you've heard of Emily Browning, and you're going to check her out at the end.
This is the longest throw to the episode.
I know. Well, absolutely right, Todd. And check out our interview with Emily Browning right now. Hey, real quick, bud.
Yeah.
If your dad fought my dad, who do you think would win?
Your dad.
Hey, welcome to the program. It's me. It's Emily Browning, Todd in the outfield. Today, this is our guest. I've already said her name. She's fantastic, charming, hilarious, with or without balloons. The wonderful, the incredible Emily Browning. Emily, how are you today?
I'm really good. I was 3 minutes late, so, and now I just have to deal with that for like
We'll bill
3
you.
days. Okay, got it. Yeah. I'm doing great. Like I said, I painted my face red last night from a clowning party I was at. So.
Oh, a clowning party. That's right. Okay.
Yeah.
How did that party go? Is it something you are allowed to talk about?
Oh,
or
yeah.
is it like a secret society of clown?
No, it's open to anyone. $40 at the door. Parties all weekend. Yeah.
BYO red face.
Yeah, yeah. I was the only one in red face. My friend, people didn't notice me, actually. They couldn't recognize me. Like my own friends would look at me and they'd be like,
Oh no!
Scan me.
Realize it's you.
I'm going to need a full explanation of what a clowning party is.
Yeah, I was just going to get into that.
Yeah, walk me through this.
So, for me, clowning is like a certain genre of comedy that's become more popular. People sometimes will picture, somebody at a birthday party or, traditional like Krusty the Clown type of thing.
Yeah.
How could you explain to someone who's never heard of the genre or the concept of clown or clowning what it is and what you might expect?
I think that it's just a artist that is on stage that is ultra present to the room, and you are not allowed to ignore anything. Like a water bottle falling, the air conditioning turning on. These are the things that we delight in when we see crowd work online.
What can I get you today, love?
You got like a unicorn?
Oh, you're I hate these children. Kids these days. Anyway. Oh my god. Who said that? Rose? Oh, Of course you did. Oh, do you carry the weight of your parents' agony? You do. Are they divorced or still together?
They're together.
They're together, but you are like,
I have a
oh,
lot of brothers that have a lot of problems.
oh, sweetie, this is my time. Right. Are you a middle child?
Yeah.
Yeah, me too. I know people are like, what's it like to be a middle child? I'm like, oh my God, thank you for talking to me. That's really kind.
It's not so much like improv really, it's they are messing with the audience and through their responses find games with the audience that suddenly pay off. Cool. For instance, last night I was watching a performance at this art house that is ending this weekend. That's why my voice is gone. That's why it's 3 days this weekend. They're like, are you coming tonight? I was like, it's 3 a.m. I'm not coming tomorrow. Like, you guys are crazy. I'm so tired. But this clown was on stage, and at the end of it, she put her hands up and we were all cheering. And that was really fun. But she wouldn't leave. And she wanted more. And that kind of became like a game. I was like, oh, I want that. Yeah, I want you to stay. Yeah, I want you to stay. And then her friend, 2 clown friends would drag her off. And then she'd run back out and do it again. And we wanted it. But that's the game, you know? Mm-hmm. If we didn't want it, that's not fun.
Right.
But if the clown finds a game with the audience where you're rooting for it, like you want to.
So it requires a specific audience then. It seems like they need to be engaged and kind of play along and not be stiff or...
I've seen clowns play to a dead room, but they are 100% there. And they kind of, it's like they'll dive into the seats and they'll find the games and...
They make it work.
Yeah, and they're truly wonderful.
I love that description. It's pure authenticity and the relationship between the performer and the audience.
Yeah.
Almost coming from a place of like where does that start? Does it start from like a neutral place and then something just naturally happens? Or, you know, what does that performance usually begin with?
Ooh, fun question. There's this clowning instructor. She's a Lithuanian. Oh, I'm sorry. Are you busy?
I'm taking notes for the cold open, things I want to reference. So far, I have...
The ultra-present Emily Browning calls out Todd from the outfield, who's not on camera, who's just texting on his phone.
I'm not texting,
okay.
I'm taking notes. I'm writing down that you were 3 minutes late and showed up with no voice.
Todd,
that's all I have so far.
I asked a great question, too. And Emily, you forgot it, didn't you? I forgot it.
I know it's a good question. You said, when does it start? When does the prep start? So there's this clowning instructor. She comes from a Lithuanian circus background. Her name is Kira Nova, and I trained with her at the Elysian. And she has different tactics of like, you come on stage and you are warming up on stage. So the moment the audience sees you, it is... hello. Oh, wow. And then you can like build there and the audience can like watch you suddenly warm up like in your body. And now you're finding the game. And these things take time. You don't do that when you have like, hopefully not 3 minutes, you know, but you can like literally be warming up on stage or you're backstage and everyone knows like Chad at the Elysian.
Yes.
And sometimes he'll have you go backstage and you have to celebrate like you just won like the World Series or something. So you're like, so it's something, yeah! Yes! Yes! And you come on stage with that energy.
That is incredible.
Oh, that's like what you do before you go out.
Yes, so then you come back.
Yeah.
And then he'll like sometimes have you come backstage and be like, you're nothing, you're invisible, come out. And you're like,
these are the noises and thoughts I have in my car when I'm not having a good time. You know, lots of wailing and screaming and crying. So then for you, how does one discover this art form and this genre? And, you know, how have you applied your skill set? Because you're an incredible comedian. You're a very present person and a fun, charismatic person. But also you have this great ability to create sculptures and figures out of balloons.
And one, that's so kind of you to say. I work on being present all the time. Just last night when I took mushrooms, my intention was presence. It wasn't even that much. It kicked in when you're going to bed. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah, I know.
I started balloons as a job. Like I was in college and I just needed a job. I didn't know how to get one, you know?
Yeah.
Like I got fired as a hostess. I was a babysitter. Like, you know, ladies, it's tough out there.
Tell me about it.
Yeah, and my moment of silence for Peter. I don't know why, but I just want to give you some silence. And
So you're in college and you're looking for a job and you're
Yeah.
like, no, I'm not going to be a barista. I got these
because
these
it's too cool.
balloons.
Baristas were so cool. That seems like a job you could not get.
That was a cool
Yeah.
millennial job.
I was like, why
Back when
can't
millennials
I?
were popular.
And bartender, forget about it.
Yeah.
Like I was like way too nice or something. People just did not believe in me to be a bartender.
Oh.
That's something I never got hired to do.
Oh,
I'm
my
really
goodness.
mad about
You'd be
it.
a great bartender.
Thank you. I
Yeah, I
think
think
I'd
you'd be great.
I could get a lower back tattoo. I could wear low ras jeans so I could like bend over and people would be like,
All right, I don't know if the Coyote Ugly Bar is still around, but sure. Yeah,
That's like my
take it. Yeah, exactly. We can make that happen for you.
Thank you so
So then
much.
you're in college and you're like, all right, the balloons.
okay.
Then
So
how do you put the pieces together?
my youth pastor from high school, like I grew up in the church. He had this business because there's like rainforest cafes around Orange County, and they discovered that if you go in there and make balloons for tips, you can fucking come out with like bank, right?
Yeah,
Heavy
cool.
pockets, just like stripper money.
Great.
Okay. And so they built a business, and then he was like, Emily, I'll just teach you balloons. And so I learned in the dorms, and then I just would go to Rainforest Cafe for like 8 hours and make balloons.
Hey guys, it's Valentine's Day. It's slow in the Rainforest Cafe right now, so I'm in my car. I want to make a Valentine's Day mermaid. Let's go. Hi, how's it going? Cool. This feels like a good size. Is this a good size? So then I did 3 pinch twists at the top, and then I'm gonna... All right, that's a fin. That looks pretty good. I like it. Now I'm gonna do Ariel's face. Okay. Hello. Right now she's not wearing a bathing suit or doesn't have her hair on, but I still think she looks beautiful. Hi, Ariel. Will you be my Valentine? No, I don't like you. So now I'm making little boobies. Little boobies. I like big boobies. I like little boobies. I like no boobies. Happy Valentine's Day. Let's see if this turns into a cute bikini. Hold on one second. Looks good to me. A little lopsided, which is natural. Look at that. She's cute.
What are some of the more stressful requests?
Like,
that you get?
honestly, things that have a lot of accessories, like Batman.
Oh
He's
my
a
goodness.
oh my God, he's a queer man. He's got his mask, he's got his cape, he's got his 6-pack. Like, I'm
Yeah,
like,
how do you make
Jesus.
nipples on a balloon?
I make a good 6-pack. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Or
And
else
then-
it's not him.
yeah, and I always tell dads, I'm like, I don't know why people complain. It takes 5 seconds, you know? And the dad's like, it's so stupid. I have my
dads.
jokes.
Now I know why the tips were flowing in.
Oh, yeah, totally. I don't get hit on. It really bothers me.
That you
I
don't get hit on
no,
enough?
I don't get hit on doing balloons.
Really?
No, yeah, I know. It doesn't happen nearly as much as you would think.
So then, as we all know, the rainforest cafes are disappearing. And you know, you
Yes.
kind of move on from that job.
I know.
And
Move on. I've still been doing it.
well, from the Rainforest Cafe. So then when do you bring the balloons to the stage?
I think the first time was Flappers Comedy in must have been 8 years ago.
Okay, wow.
Yeah, in the main room. I did it I remember. And it went over really well. But I was so afraid of what other comics were saying about it that I kind of tucked them away again.
Really?
Yeah.
Just kind of the way that, you know, music or guitar comics kind of get that sort
Sure.
of look.
Yeah.
You were feeling that as well.
Absolutely. I was like not brave. I could barely take my guitar out on stage and feel good about it. And then balloons, I was like, well, now I'm a total hack. Like that.
No, you're fun.
You're gay? Yeah. Fully?
Yes, that's why I wear this.
You need a bracelet. Yeah, because you look straight as fuck. You look so straight. Yeah, been a struggle. Well, now we'll stand up. Let everyone know. Yeah, stand up. I told you to do so. You got to do it. Oh God, on stage. Oh God, on stage. Oh my God, you guys are crazy. Do you know them? No. You didn't know you were sharing a table with a bunch of lesbians, did you? Oh, yeah. I'm just gonna give you this elephant right here, little girl. Yes. Oh my God. Yeah, you can stick it in your girlfriend.
I want to go back to something you mentioned before. You kind of grew up in the church.
Yeah.
And how does that influence your comedy now?
The thing I really liked about, did you go to church?
Yeah, a little bit. I graduated from a Catholic high school.
Okay.
So we'd go to church, and I got my communion.
Okay, cool.
You know, and it was
Right.
like, it was never, oh, we're going to go here for the religious connotation. It was just like a structural thing. It's like, all right, you know, you might, like you're just describing, you might turn out like a better person if there's some structured extracurricular activities other than maybe sport, for me. And then also, the Catholic high school I went to just had the best soccer team in the area.
That's so cool.
That's what
And you were so good at that. Oh.
And
He was.
and for you, I could have been pro, man. I could have been pro.
That's what this podcast is. It's just
let me
Peter
tell
been
you.
trying to talk about soccer more.
He's
Tell
gonna
the same
juggle
stories.
the ball at the end.
Yeah. Whew. But then, okay, so for you growing up in the church, you're, how does that influence you now? How would you talk about that period of your life? Or
the community of church was super cool. Always having somewhere to go
yeah,
is the best. And having that structure and comedy has that, right? So I think that's what as I grow older, I'm more like get emotional. Like I miss, like I wish I still had that because it's so easy. Like it's such an easy set way of life with rules to tell me what to do. And so now we have to like form it around us and create our own rules and structure.
what you're talking about is having a reliable third space. You got home, you got work, and then you've got that third space that forms that community. And the clowning community is a tight knit one. Todd had suggested earlier that it requires a certain type of audience to interact with. They need to be acclimated to the art form. Almost like improv, kind of a little bit. But for you, do you find that community in the clowning world?
Oh God, it's funny. I don't know where I fucking belong. Like sometimes I'll be with my classic road dog girls. Like I look at Kelly Ryan, I'm like, dude, you fucking, you are a comic, man.
Those road dogs mean like comedians that perform around the country.
Yeah. Oh, around the world, bitch.
Yeah.
But like sometimes I'm with my stand-up friends. I'm hanging out with the guys at the store, or like whatever, and I love them, and I'm like, why do I sometimes feel like I don't belong here? And then I'll go hang out with more clowning people or improv people, but I feel like I just float, and that's just what it is. It's like,
yeah, you're a really popular person.
Oh,
You're
sure,
like yeah.
sure.
But I bet you were popular in high school and
oh
stuff
no,
too.
no, I
Not at
wasn't.
all.
No, I wasn't. No.
Really?
Yeah, but I was a floater.
You showed them.
No, I would drink Four Locos, and like one time, like my friends were like, Emily, drink this warm beer. And I was like, okay. And I was chain smoking Marlboro Reds because I thought that was cool, which I think it was,
Yeah.
And
It's definitely influenced.
the voice.
Yeah.
No, it's not. Yeah, right.
Yes, exactly.
And anyway, I was like, yeah, I'll take a beer. And I take the beer and I downed it. And then all my buddies, were like 16. And they're like, oh, that was piss. And I was like, what? How did this happen? I felt like I love it throughout all these periods of my life. Like I loved my friends, but they also like bullied me. And I also like, doesn't make sense.
Four Loko, what an era. What an era. The Four Loko, original Four Loko recipe, bring me back.
I know the
Bring me back
original.
there. Since you were talking about you as a kid, was there a moment that you can point to where you were like, I think I'm funny?
Yeah, maybe. I have a brother who's like 10 years older than me, and he was the coolest guy. He is the coolest guy ever.
Yeah.
And I was wearing this like mask one day, and I was like doing a character or something like this, or crazy, or I don't know. And is that good? Close up of that replay. And I was wearing, and it was one of those masks you can see like the eyes and the lips. And my brother just started cracking up. And like, he's so much older than me, right?
Yeah.
So it's like, oh my God, he's laughing. I think I did that character for 40 minutes, I did 40. But then it wasn't until college where I really started to shine. I got on this improv team. I somehow like magically got on it, and it was really a really wonderful space, safe space. I really felt like these were my friends. I didn't feel like it was like a first time in a long time where I felt like I knew I belonged, because you're like 9 people in a room and you audition to be there. Sometimes when you're in a friend group and you're like, did people want me here? And it's
There
like,
should be friend group auditions like,
Yes.
hey, can you hang? Can you drive?
Yeah.
Can you drink this piss?
Yeah. Yeah, things like that.
You're
yeah.
in.
And
You're in, yeah.
You're in. Hey, that was a little too much.
Sorry,
That
I'll
was a
cut
little
it.
Too much.
It's a big.
And no, but yeah, because then I would love that. I would actually love that of being like, yeah, and we'll renew in 3 years. But now I feel
Renew
like
your friends every 3
yeah,
years.
I feel really confident that we're friends right now. But yeah, it was a really cool troupe. And then I did a performance at my college, and I didn't know I was going to be on stage in front of like 800 people.
Whoa,
and
cool.
I crushed it.
Yeah.
Crushed it. And that's when I became cool for the very first time.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
And you having known you for as long as I have, you are one of those people that like rises to the occasion. Even today, it's like, yeah, last night I was performing till 4 a.m., but I'm here now and, doing my best.
Performing is a big word. I was definitely just like on the dance floor.
You were there.
Yeah, I was there.
Screaming.
Yeah, but
To be Emily Browning is to perform, right?
I'm dating a new guy. It's exciting. He's older. He has things like sheets. No, can you believe it? He never says anything like, "Have you seen my vape?" People at sex parties, they are ugly. And I'm sorry, they are. If you're laughing, you've been to one. And if you walk into a room and you're the hottest person in the room, that's an ugly room. Okay? I like to be the 5th good-looking person in the room. But tonight I'm last. Look at you guys. Look at you. I'm kidding.
So, as you accumulate and amass all of these talents and experiences, where do you find yourself getting those opportunities to perform? Because it's not necessarily an easy thing to break into at a comedy club. It's like, oh, I've got my balloons, I've got my guitar, I've got my, my Emily Browning thing. Like, where do those opportunities come for you?
Oh my God. I've really, because I felt like I don't fit in anywhere, if you're feeling this, whoever's watching, I created those myself. I feel like all my opportunities really came from me, friends also.
Sure, yeah, of course.
Giving you opportunities and recommendations. That's
Yeah.
everything. Something that I've been doing the past 2 years is getting a lot more intentional with my acting.
Great.
Which is very exciting. And so I got this great commercial rep and building a team out and still looking for a manager in theatrical. Yeah, baby, here we go.
Yeah, hey,
hey.
pitch right to that camera.
Right.
Pitch yourself.
Hey,
you have 30
hi.
seconds. This is
My
your
name
elevator
is
pitch.
Emily Browning. I live in Los Angeles.
Okay, yeah. Profiles, hands, all 10 fingers.
I have both feet.
And this
Okay,
is-
Thank you. Both feet is cool. I'm really grateful.
A right and a left.
Yeah.
Okay, and that's your pitch.
Yeah, that's. Oh, sorry. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Okay. So I booked some commercials recently. It was a flow of I booked 2 in a week, and it was like, oh my God, this is Hollywood. And
yes, that's it.
And we went to go shoot at Paramount, which is my first time really getting a proper gig on a lot. And so it was so cool. I was in hair and makeup by 11 o'clock. They didn't use me till 7:30, and so
Perfect.
Yeah, and they pull me, and at first they're gonna put me right in front of the camera talking to the police officer, but I'm wearing a black sweater, and he goes, "Sorry, honey, I don't know why they did that. Okay, get out of frame," because
What
the
the fuck?
black with the cop
Yeah.
didn't work, right? So then they throw me on a gurney, and so I'm now I'm on a gurney, and I'm like, "Oh, right, I'm getting paid to be on Paramount lot," and I'm
Living the
staring
dream.
up. 2 real EMTs are rolling me back and forth, and I'm staring up at the stars, and I'm like, yeah, did my character maybe I have an injury from my lower of my neck down to my feet. I can't feel anything, and I'm nervous, but it's gonna be okay. And you always get an actor buddy on set,
Yes.
And you know what I'm saying? And I go, "Hey Justin, how's it look?" And he's staring at his phone, and he goes, "Not in frame."
Oh, Justin, let me figure that out on my own, Justin.
I just thought it's so good. So
funny.
I've been you're in the industry for so long. You get the gig. You get paid to be there.
Right.
You're and then you're on a fucking gurney and you're not in frame. It's so funny. I love it so much.
That is so tragically funny.
Yeah.
That it's I had an instance with this once. I was it was a Chili's commercial. And
good. He's so good. He's such a booker. Look at his face.
He's all over, yeah.
He booked it.
I'm hiding it. Yeah.
I was surprised we could get him for this
It was
podcast.
I
yeah,
know,
exactly.
It's tough, yeah.
But it was a Chili's commercial, and I was like, I know this hairstylist. She's cut everyone's hair on set. Like I was the dad, and there's a whole family, and then there were people in the Chili's restaurant, etc. I was like, she's messing with everyone's hair. She doesn't care about me, and so I was like, all right, hey. And I don't know what made me think this or say this, but I'm like, hey, we're not going to do my hair. They just told me that like we're not going to do the hair, and I had shorter hair than this, and I just kind of like lied to her, and then I like styled it myself, and they were like, great, let's do it, and because I was like, she's going to give me a terrible haircut.
Oh my God.
And there's no need for it.
Yeah.
We ended up working together again, and we became friends, and I trusted her. However, it's like when do you you don't want to be a diva. That must have been so tough. But is the commercial airing now, or did it air?
I don't know. It was just like 3 weeks ago, so I have no idea. But
it'll be out there.
yeah,
in
I just
time for the holidays.
put money in give me money. I'll do anything.
Yeah.
I won't be in frame for any of it.
And speaking of being in frame and being the center of attention, you have a really big show coming up. I think it's December 3rd.
It's December
but
3rd.
I don't know. Based on your social media, you can never tell.
Yeah.
So wait, what's the show? What could people come to expect? And is it all a full-on Emily Browning assault?
It is an assault.
Good.
It really is.
Yeah, what's happening?
Yeah,
what is it?
so when you talk about creating your own opportunities, this is definitely one, because this will be an improvised stand-up comedy balloon hour. So first off, you're going to enter into like a balloon room. So I'm building out the room.
Where is this?
At the Lyric Hyperion.
Okay, in
So,
Los Angeles.
Yes.
Lyric Hyperion. Okay.
Yeah, so we'll probably fit 90 people in there. We'll probably do 2 tapings. I don't know. It depends. It depends how many tickets I sell.
If you're asking me,
Yeah.
do 2.
You do 2?
Yeah, so I know I can
Peter
get to at
Murphy.
least 1.
Oh, amazing. And so, back to back. And then it's going to start with I entice people I don't know to sit in the front, because those are the people I'm going to assault. The theme is birthday.
You've been warned.
Yeah, you have been warned.
No, I mean, your comedy is such a force, and you're so energetic and positive and fun that it's like, it's so infectious. Like you can't have a bad time at an Emily Browning show.
Peter Murphy. Gee golly, wow.
That's what I said, and we've worked together a bunch of times. But okay, so
Are you blushing, or is that still the clown
It's just
paint?
the
I can't
red.
tell,
It's
yeah.
so bad. It's so bad.
so possibly 2 tapings, December
Yeah.
3rd, and you're gonna create an immersive balloon like room.
I like to call it a womb. A balloon womb.
Balloon room.
A balloon womb. And then I will be making structures for people upon requests. And in return, you have to tell me things about yourself. And I will also be playing like original songs on my guitar that a lot of people haven't heard yet, that are newer. Nice. And but it will be mainly those will just be buttons. It'll be mainly an improvised like show with the crowd.
Wow.
So it's all
Sounds
about the
great.
crowd. And I really want people I don't know to be there.
That's really exciting. And so then that's December 3rd at the Lyric Hyperion.
Yeah.
In Los Angeles here.
The theater has decided to produce a few of their first specials. So the Lyric Hyperion is producing it, which is exciting. And so it's their first round.
That's so fun.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's great. So then how does one prepare for something, an hour of improv? Like how do you prepare for that?
Ugh, it makes me sick. It does. Okay, so what you do, how you prepare is you prepare landing pads. So you prepare bases to jump off of. So like a beginning, middle, end maybe of where this is where I start. Now I shall dive in. If you give me nothing, I am going to go back to what I prepared for.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? So it is improvised, but I will have safety nets or beats to come back to then spring forth hopefully more inspiration from the crowd.
Right.
Wow.
So you create safety nets. That's what you do. And then as far as the improv, just keeping the instrument in tune, man.
Yeah,
and
keep
like,
it in tune.
You know.
Been
Lots
preparing
of,
your whole life for that.
Yeah.
For the improv.
Exactly.
Lots of hot tea, keeping your voice right.
Yeah,
you
sure.
know,
Not
like-
staying up till 4. I really don't do this, but it's just the time called for it. I really.
Yeah, and like I said,
never
you're
do this.
The time called for you. Yeah, right. Yeah.
I never knew. My first time.
The time calls for it. Like I said, you are one to rise to the occasion. You're a gamer, and I'm sure that's going to be absolutely fantastic. On social media, you post some of your some of your performance, and your numbers are growing on TikTok and Instagram. What's your approach when it comes to that releasing your performance in social media clips?
It's really hard because some clips that I like, I edit my own videos. If anyone wants to edit them for me, please hit me up.
Yeah, pitch yourself to any editors there. Show them your profile. Show them your 10
Hi,
fingers.
my name is Emily Browning. Is this for editors? They need this too?
I think so, yeah. AI, yeah. Okay, well, all right.
Sorry, I didn't know what the editors need.
Yeah. I'm sure they'd like that.
Editors, they need it. They're so lonely. And so sometimes the nuance that I like that happens on stage is certain silence or expressions that I felt with that audience member. And the way I want to edit it might be good for like a casting director or something to be like, oh, I see nuance. Oh, look, she's listening. But like, it is hard because I almost need a friend to like, it's like I need to edit and be like, this is what I like. And then a friend to be like, well, there's no hook on this bitch, so no one's going to see it. So, so that is tough because it's like I edit one for me. And then what I need to start doing is like, okay, but what will get views? But I tried to like, it's so hard because sometimes the things that take off are the most like beautifully organic, unexpected things. Yeah. So it's hard to formalize it. Is that a word?
Yeah, and it's so
It is
hard.
now.
It's so hard to like replicate the energy of a room in a live performance.
Yeah.
Which is why I encourage everybody to go out, see Emily's show December 3rd. And Emily, where can we find you on social media?
I'm at Emily Browntown on Instagram and TikTok.
Browntown. All right,
Browntown.
what are some of your nicknames? Browntown? Brownie.
Brown the Clown?
Brownie. Emily Clowning is a new one.
Yeah, that's pretty good. I mean,
Yeah,
you
that
brought
Josh
that upon
Edelman.
yourself.
Josh Edelman called me Emily Clowning the other day, and then posted a picture of a clown that was not me. It was my friend.
How rude.
I was like, Josh,
Yikes.
I'm not. That's not me. That's
not
a
me.
picture of me, but I'll take it. But I know that the hottest picture on the internet of me is my friend Scarlett.
Great.
Nice.
And then, okay, what we like to do at the very end of every episode is we have, our guest refer someone to us, someone they think should be on this program. Who would you like to refer to the podcast?
Noah Kaufner.
Noah.
Kopfer. Noah's hilarious.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Love Noah. Well, great.
Yeah.
Well, Noah, if you're listening, if you're watching,
Yeah.
Emily loves you. Emily, thank you for being here, and thank you for joining us on the program. Everyone, thanks for listening and watching. Funniest people you've never heard of. Now you know Emily Browning, and make sure you don't get her name wrong. Emily Browning, Emily Browntown on all forms of social media. Emily, thanks for joining us.
Oh, thanks for having me. I wish it would be longer. I just could sit here all day.
Well, go take a nap.
No.
Go rest. Go rest, finally.
Oh, my God.
Funniest People You've Never Heard Of is a production of Toby or Not Toby Productions. Executive producer, Todd Fields. Producer and host, Peter Murphy. Studio space provided by Third Wheel. Theme song written and performed by Justin Fields. Brought to you by Tequila Especial. Don't forget to like and subscribe.